Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek.
Evet. Yeni bir dersimizle tekrar birlikteyiz arkadaşlar. 6. dersimiz ve passive yani edilgen cümle yapılarını inceleyeceğiz bu dersimizde. Görüntü ve ses nasıl? Hemen kontrol edelim. Kontrolleri yaptıktan sonra dersimize başlayalım. Evet, bakıyoruz. Şöyle yapalım. Evet, yayındayız. Tamamdır. Hemen bir ses görüntü kontrolü yapalım. Nasıl ses? Güzel mi? Net mi? Duyuluyor mu sesim? Görüntü var. Görüntüde herhangi bir sıkıntı yok. Tamamdır. Hello Gailani. 100%. Okay, thank you. So, let's start to our session. I think more will join in a minute. All right, so today's topic is passive voice, and we're going to cover that topic in a pre-intermediate level. We'll start in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. It's nice to see you too, Gailani. How are you, by the way? I miss teaching, yeah. All right, let's start then. So, passive voice. What is that and why we need it? We're going to take a look at it now. Okay, new students are coming. Hello, Mehmet. Yeah, good to see you too. All right, active and passive voice. Well, today's subject is passive voice, as I just said before, and the level of this subject is pre-intermediate level. So today we're going to study passive voice, but of course I'm going to remind you what the active voice is, so we can compare them both and move on. All right, so active and passive voice. Active versus, this is versus, remember, versus. So when you compare two things that you put in the middle, like in a boxing match, like Tyson versus Holyfield, something like that, yeah. Okay, so as you can see on the screen right now, there is a kid, there's a boy doing the dishes at the moment. So my example will be on that photo. Hello, Furkan. Okay, thanks for joining, Furkan. We will keep up the good work for you audiences. All right. Yes, we are in English class again. All right, so we have a photo here, and we see a boy doing the dishes, washing the dishes. Well, doing the dishes and washing the dishes are pretty much same. And I'm going to give you two different sentences, and we'll see the difference between them. Okay. So, let's say that happened at 7 p.m. All right, that kid washed the dishes at 7. So basically, the sentence we are making is this one. He washed the dishes. You can add at 8 p.m. or not, it doesn't matter. So as far as we see here, he washed the dishes. It's a complete action. It's past simple. All right, and we know who washed the dishes. He. And we, as you know, we put it in the first, in the beginning of the sentence. That boy is he, so he washed the dishes. There's nothing we don't know here. All right, we know pretty much everything here. Okay, that's past simple. Who did the dishes? He did the dishes, and we see here the object, the dishes. Okay. The subject is here boy, all right, that kid, and the action is washed. This is the action, all right, and he is doing that action. He is the actor of this sentence. He is the hero of this sentence, all right. He is doing the dishes. Actually, he washed the dishes. And now when we do the passive voice, things will be a lot different, of course. So this one is the active sentence. Well, until now, that considering what you've learned until now, you can tell that pretty much every single sentence you made was active voice. For example, that would be present perfect tense, or I don't know, present continuous tense. That would make any difference. That wouldn't make any difference, because here now we are studying on passive voice. All right, these are active sentences, active voice. So what is passive voice? Here on active voice, we ask the question who, and the returning answer is he. Okay, so we know who does it, all right? We know who did it, or we know who will do it. The tense doesn't matter. And we know what they are doing. So he's doing the dishes. He did the dishes. Okay, but here's the thing. Always remember, in active voice, active sentences, the subject is always in the beginning, as you can see here, and we know what that person does. Okay, so he washed the dishes. Okay, this is the thing that he does. And here, as you can see, we have passive voice. So what is passive voice? When you take a look at these two sentences, what is the main difference? What does it look like, and what does this look like? Something is missing here. Can you compare two? These two look similar, but they are not similar actually. I mean, there's something definitely different between these two sentences. For example, here we have he washed the dishes, and here the dishes were washed. So something is missing. What is that? It is the person. The person is here, this boy, the person is he. Let's check this sentence. As you can see, he is disappeared. But again, the dishes were washed. So in passive voice, the actor, the hero of the sentence is the dishes. All right? So active sentence, passive sentence. Active voice, passive voice. In active voice, we know who did it and that affecting the verb directly. But here, the dishes are affected, were washed by the boy, by the kid, by him. We can add it in the end of the sentence. So this is past simple, and this is how we make passive voice. He washed the dishes, active voice. He who washed the dishes, he. So it's in the beginning of the sentence, all right? And this is the past simple tense, but passive voice. The dishes, here you can see, the dishes comes in the beginning. The dishes were washed. So I'm going to explain. I'm going to give you the definition of passive voice, but I need you to understand the logic behind it, all right? In this case, in passive voice, we don't know the person who does it, or we don't care who does it. That's the difference. I mean, we might know the person, but it's not important for us. It's not important to us, okay? That's the main difference between active and passive voice. And Gaylani says, I don't know who is doing the action in passive voice. Yes, sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we know, but we don't just care. We don't want to know, let's say. Okay, he washed the dishes. This is the thing that he did. And here, as you can see, this is past simple. And this is how we define, how we set the tense in our sentence. This is past simple, so we set the tense by using the verb to in our sentence, right? So wash, washed. This is how I do the past simple, all right? And here in passive voice, this is how we do the past simple, by simply using to be. The verb is always past participle, always. All right, and this is how we define the tense, and this is how we use the verbs. Every verb that is used in passive voice is used in past participle form. Okay, that's very important. And present simple, let's change the tense here. He washes the dishes every day. Now this is something he does, you know, basically every day, and it's his routine. So when we do our routines, and you know, when it's about habits and when it's about scientific facts or so, we use present simple. All right, so here's how we use present simple. As you know before, he washes the dishes every day. This is active voice that we made these kind of sentences before, and the passive voice, the dishes, remember we are going to use to be, but we need to use the right one here, are washed every day. See, again, washed, it's past participle. This is not verb 2, this is verb 3, but it's because present simple tense we are using are. Hello Alp, welcome to the channel. All right, the dishes are plural, it's more than one, That's why we use are. If this one was singular, then we would be using is. All right? Okay. So, this is the definition for active voice. Basically, the sentences that we used to make before this session. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action. Reading again, we are using active voice when, this is the important part, subject of a sentence performs the verb's action. So, subject of a sentence, what is that? That's basically he. Remember the boy washed the dishes? So, subject is he. Okay. Subject performs the verb's action. So, verb is wash. So, he washed. Subject is doing the verb's action, okay? For example, here, the cashier counted the money. Cashier, what is cashier? That is the person who works in a market, and you just pay right before you leave the market, okay? So you give the cash or credit card, and he gives you the bill. All right, that's a person. So cashier counted the money. This is past simple. And here, the dog chased the cat. So what is chase? Running after. So dog is running after the cat. The dog chased the cat. All right. So these are active voice examples, right? Okay. So these are the subjects. Because when I ask who, the answer is subject. So the cashier counted the money. Who counted the money? The cashier. So this is the subject. The dog chased the cat. Who chased the cat? The dog. Okay. So these are my subjects. All right. The passive voice, on the other hand, action of the main verb is done to the subject. Okay. This is the definition we have, and I need you to understand the logic behind this. Thank you, Nijat teacher. The action of the main verb is done to the subject. So let's check the action. What is the action? Action here, counting, right? An action here, chasing, to chase. Okay, let's see how that action is done to the subject. Here, the money was counted by the cashier. We don't need to, or we don't have to add by the cashier. That would be okay. For example, like this. If I did this, this is still correct. Okay? The money was counted. The money was counted. So, count is done to money. Okay, I messed it up. I messed the screen up. Buse demiş, hocam biraz Türkçe'de anlatabilir misiniz? Tabii ki anlatırım. Türkçem iyidir. O zaman şuradan başlayalım. 2 tane cümlem var. The cashier counted the money. Kasiyer parayı saydı. The dog chased the cat. Köpek kediyi kovaladı. 2 cümleye de şu soruyu soracağım ve subject'i, yani özneyi bulacağım. Kim parayı saydı? Kasiyer. Kim kediyi kovaladı? The dog. Köpek. Şimdi bu cümlede, tabii şimdiye kadar bu gözle bakmadığınız için bakmadığımız için önceki derslerde, çünkü sürekli active voice, yani olumlu cümle, olumsuz cümle, soru cümlesi şeklinde çalışıyorduk. İşte WH questions yapıyorduk. Ama o cümlenin aktif olduğunu söylemiyorduk. Çünkü pasif konusunu işlememiştik. Şimdi bugün pasif konusunu, yani edilgen konusunu işlediğimiz için ilk yaptığımız bu tarz cümlelerin adını söyleyelim. Bunlar active voice, yani günlük hayatta işte ben her gün okula giderim mesela, bu bir active voice. Ama bunun active voice olduğunu söylemiyorduk diğer derslerde. Ta ki bugün passive voice'ı işleyene kadar. I was born in İzmir. That's how I speak Turkish. Şimdi bu cümlelerde şuna bakıyoruz. Bunun mealini vereyim size. Subject of a sentence performs the verb's action. O fiil hangi hareketi belirtiyorsa bunu cümledeki o aktör yapıyor. Kim buradaki aktör? Kasiyer. Şimdi fiil ne burada? Saymak. Sayma işini kim yapıyor? Bu yapıyor değil mi? Bu şahıs yapıyor. Tamam, bu aktif voice zaten. Şimdi pasifde işler nasıl değişiyor? Bakın, passive voice. Haydi bunu açıklayalım. The action of the main verb. The action of the main verb. Nedir bu? Action of the main verb. Şimdi verb var. Verb'ün action'ı. Türkçesi ne oluyor? Bir fiilim var. Fiilin kastettiği hareket. Bunu tutuyoruz. Fiilden kastedilen hareket. Is done to the subject. Cümlenin öznesine uygulanıyor. Şimdi hatırlayın ilkini. Özne o işi yapıyor. Pasifde ne? Özneye o iş uygulanıyor. Hocam şimdi köpek kediyi kovalıyordu. Köpeğe mi uygulayacağız? Hayır. Bakın nasıl oluyor. Bu cümlenin, şimdi ben bunu pasif yaptım. Bu cümlenin öznesi şu an money, para. Şimdi sayma işini paraya uygulayacağız. Yani para kendini saymayacak. The money was counted by the cashier. Para kasiyer tarafından sayıldı. The dog chased the cat. Köpek kediyi kovaladı. Şimdi buradaki nesnemle başlıyorum yeni cümleye. The cat was chased by the dog. So here, that action of the verb is done to the subject. Okay, here's the subject, and here's the verb, and it is applied, it is done to the subject. The best way to learn English is to speak it. All right, yeah, that's correct. Yes. And of course, listening. Do the listening as well. So actually, you're doing the listening part and doing the speaking part. So let's see the formulation now. Passive voice. How we do the formulation. Okay, the formulation part is pretty much easy actually, because we are to use verb 3 only, and then the correct version of to be. So be, you remember what to be is, right? It's am, is, are, and was, were. Okay, and plus past participle. What is past participle? It's basically verb 3. Thank you, Recep. So as you can see, am, is, are, and was, were. Okay, so am, is, are for present simple, as you can guess. So if my sentences are in present simple, I must use am, is, are. If that sentence is past simple, then I need to use was and were. Okay, that's the rule. And then of course, after using these, I need to bring here past participle as verb. let's see the examples. Now, on the screen, now you're seeing the active sentences. She cooks the eggs very well. You can always repeat after me, so you can check your own pronunciation. She cooks the eggs very well. She washes the glasses easily. We heat our house by a stove. They feed the horses 3 times a day. Okay, these are active, right? Okay. And here we are going to convert these sentences, remake these sentences in passive voice. Okay, these are active now. We are going to change them into passive. So, how we are going to do it? Let's take a look at the first one. She cooks the eggs very well. Okay, so the eggs here is bold, as you can see. It's dark black, a pitch black color here. She cooks the eggs very well. So I'm going to start my sentence with the eggs, okay? Because okay, Gailani has already done the exercise, the eggs. Recep also, thank you guys. By the way, it's correct. The eggs in the beginning, the eggs are very well cooked, or the eggs are cooked very well. Same, it doesn't matter. This is true, and your version is also true. The eggs are cooked. That's the thing, okay? So, object of this sentence becomes subject of the passive sentence. Repeating again, object of an active voice is becoming a subject of the passive voice. Right, okay, so the second one. She washes the glasses easily. She washes the glasses easily. So, what does it mean? Birinci örneğimizde o yumurtaları iyi pişirdi. Yani neydi Türkçesi onun? Rafadan işte kayısı kıvamı diyorlar. Bir de lop mu diyorlar? Bu en koyu olan hangisiydi? İşte iyi pişiriyor yani onu, neyse. O yumurtaları iyi pişirir. Yumurtalar iyi pişirilir diyor burada da. Mesela burada kızı çıkarttı. Direkt yumurtalar özne oldu değil mi? Okay. She washes the glasses easily, and the passive version is, as Recep texted here in the chat box, the glasses are washed easily. That is correct, sir. Yes, the glasses are easily washed. The glasses are washed easily. That's also the same. Yeah, me neither. About the egg thing, I don't know either. I just eat them. All right. We heat our house by a stove. We heat our house by a stove. So what is that? Evi sobayla mı ısıtıyorlarmış? So, the subject here in the second sentence would be our house, right? Our house, it's singular, so I'm going to use which one is. Our house is heated by a stove. Alright, so the next one is They feed the horses 3 times a day. They feed beslemek değil mi? They feed the horses 3 times a day. Okay, so this is also present simple. And how we are doing it, the horses are fed 3 times a day. As you can see, the subject of these sentences don't have to be a thing. I mean, it could be something alive. Okay, it doesn't have to be a table or eggs or glasses or, you know, house. You can also use a person in passive sentences, which I'm going to give you the examples for. The stove. Furkan has a question. Can we say the stove heating our house? I mean, you can say it, and the person next to you can easily understand what you mean. But that would be like, it sounds different. Adam, the house heated by a stove. That's different. The house heated by a stove, it's like this. How can I get this? Is pre-intermediate level. The question you ask is rather higher, but I'm going to try to explain it to you. The house heated by a stove, when you say it, heated is not a verb in that sentence. I mean, don't mix up, guys. I'm talking about what your friend texted in the chat box. The example is the house heated by a stove. That's different. That's not that house is doing the thing, like that's a past participle, which means past participle means that word is used as a verb and also can be used as an adjective. So the house heated, it means it's heated house. So you can say that, of course. I'm not sure if I could make myself clear about the house heated by a stove. But it's like a definition. It's not like you're describing what's happening there. You're describing the house. What sort of house is that? It's a house that is heated by a stove. Like, it's kind of a description. All right. So let's see the tense here when we ask the question. What is the tense in these sentences? Okay, when I was explaining these sentences, I of course already told you that these are present simple. But how are we spotting the tenses in passive voice sentences? As you can see, we use to be in the form of am, is, are here. Are, is, okay. So this is how we spot the present simple tense. And this is how we do passive voice. To be, as you can see here. Okay, and past participle, you can see here, cooked, washed, heated, and fed. By the way, these are past participle in the meaning, for those of you who didn't remember what past participle is basically verb 3. Okay, verb 3. These are all verb 3, all past participle. All right. So we have 3 more active sentences, and let's do them now. The servant. So what is servant? Servant is basically waiter who works in a restaurant, okay? Or, you know, they can work at home as well. The servant, a person who serves, not only restaurant, I mean in other places as well. The servant brought the coffee. Brought, what is that? Brought. Brought is bring, in the past version of that verb. The servant brought the coffee. So remember, how we're gonna do this? We need to be, the correct version of to be, and we need the verb 3 version of this verb. So as I can see here, the servant brought the coffee is past simple. So when it comes to past simple, I'm going to use was or were. So which one I should choose? What do you think? The servant brought the coffee. But first, let's find out the subject of the passive voice sentence. It is the coffee. So my passive voice would start with the coffee. So because the coffee is singular, as Adem mentions now in chat box, it requires was. It's not were, it's was. So the coffee is singular, so I'm going to bring the coffee was plus past participle. What is that? Brought. So the coffee was brought. So that's the whole sentence. SMS arkadaşımız hoş geldin. Normal Elementary'nin serinin devamı mı oluyor? Evet, aslında öyle diyebiliriz. Yani Elementary serisinin bittikten sonraki devamı diyebiliriz. Yani pre-intermediate seviye aslında bu. Ama lütfen katıl. Bence katılmalısın. Aralarda Türkçe konuşuyorum eğer. Türkçe konuşmasam bile bence katıl, çünkü İngilizce listening yapmış olursun. Alright, so they destroyed the building. The next one, they destroyed the building. Okay, so this is who did it. They, these people, destroyed the building. Binayı yıkmışlar, değil mi? Okay, so hemen cümlemdeki o nesneyi buluyorum ve passive yapıdaki cümlemin en başına koyuyorum. Bulalım. They destroyed the building. The building. The building is singular or plural? That's singular, right? Okay. So I'm going to add was right after the building. The building was, and the destroy, the past participle is the building was destroyed. All right. All right. So, the building was destroyed by them. Am I too close to the camera? What if I did this? All right. Okay, Gailani says he can hear me clearly. All right. So the last one. The news surprised me. Oh my God. Here, check this out. Me. This is a person. It's like the news surprised me. So we did all this, the coffee, the building, right? Etc. But here we have, it's me. So it's a person. It's actually me, right? So What am I going to do now? The news surprised me. Okay, so the object of this sentence is basically, what is that? Which one? This one, right? Me. So I'm going to start with that. Me in the beginning. Okay. But how am I going to do that? Me was surprised by the news, or I was surprised by the news? Which one do you think is correct? I was surprised by... No, Furkan, yes, that's correct. And I'm reading your answers on different screen. All right, so the news surprised me is actually active, and the passive version of that sentence is I was surprised by the news. I was surprised by the news. All right. You could say I was surprised. If that person understands what you're talking about by what you were surprised about, then you could say that. No difference. Zahide, where are you? I cannot see you on chat chat section. Zahide, are you still there? Alrighty. Let's move on. And these are the exercises. Buse, I was surprised by... Yes, Buse, that's correct. Geylani, again, correct answer. Alright, so let's move on. You can see somebody here doing the action. It doesn't matter. You could say they or we. It doesn't matter. Sait der ki hocam sıfırdan başlamak için bu seviye mi olur? Bu kanala abone ol, kaybetme bence Justenglish kanalına. Kanalda video listesi var. Video listesinden sıfırdan başlıyoruz diye bir sekme var. Oradan videoları izleyebilirsin. Orası başlangıç. Eğer hani hocam hiç bilmiyorum en baştan başlayayım dersen, en baştan başladık. Videoların hepsi duruyor orada. Birinci videodan başlayıp izleyebilirsin hepsini. Daha sonra da buradan devam edebilirsin. Başka soru var mı? Evet. Somebody cleans the office every day. Okay. So what is that? Somebody. Okay, we don't care who did it, right? In the passive voice. So these are active voice, and we are going to change them into passive voice. Rica ederim. Ne demek? Ama tavsiyem hani seviyesini anlamadığın yüksek seviyede İngilizce dersleri de dinleyebilirsin. Öğrenme amaçlı değil de mesela şu amaçla dinleyebilirsin. İşte kulağın ne derler ona? Kulak alışkanlığını arttırmak için. O önemlidir yani. Birçok kişi çok es geçiyor onu. Hep böyle kağıtta gramer çözerler böyle. O tamam, kağıt üzerinde gramer çözmek önemlidir ama listening konuşmak için çok önemlidir. Yani olmazsa olmaz. Bence hani çok seviyesine bakmadan da listening yap bence. Şarkıya gerek yok. Şarkı dinleyebilirsin tabii. Niye dinlemeyeceksin? Şarkıyı dinlersin ama bence işte haber, işte ders vesaire bunları izlemen, dinlemen daha önemli. Kulak aşinalığı. Evet, teşekkürler Furkan. Kulak kabartmak mı dedim ben? Saçma bir fiil kullandım orada. Evet, somebody cleans the office every day. So the answer is the office is cleaned every day. İşte gördüğünüz gibi office cümlenin, yeni cümlenin, passive voice'un öznesi oldu değil mi? The office is cleaned every day. Ofis her gün temizlenir. Evet, aşinalık önemli. Somebody sends emails. Somebody sends emails. Birileri e-mailler gönderirmiş. Okay, so the subject of the passive voice is basically emails, right? So emails are plural, so we need to use are. Emails are the past participle version, past participle form of the verb sent is sent. So emails are sent. Evet Adem, katılıyorum. Listening yapmak çok önemli. Hele ki o yaşlarda daha iyi. Send göndermek ikinci hali sent, üçüncü hali de sent. Değil mi? Buse silmene gerek yoktu. Konuyu anladın sen. Boş ver, bir iki harf yanlış olsun, ne olacak? Mantığı anladın ya. Önemli olan o. Emails are sent. E-mailler gönderiliyor. Gönderilir. Gönderiliyor başka. O başka bir tanesi değil mi? Present continuous oluyor. Okay. Saat 14. Saat 3'e gelmiş. Okay arkadaşlar, şimdi bu örneklere devam edeceğiz. Bir yere ayrılmayın. Ayrılıyorsanız da 15 dakikalığına ayrılın. Bir 15 dakika ara. Normalde çeyrek kala mola verip 3'te tekrar derse devam edecektik ama şimdi biraz herhalde bağlantıda bir sıkıntı oldu. Biraz geç başladık. O yüzden geç bitiriyoruz ilk dersi. Bir yere ayrılmayın. 15 dakika mola. Saat 3'ü 10 geçe tekrar buradayız. Görüşmek üzere.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone will lead by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what I do, Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel. olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone won't live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglich style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglich style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etrustik.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
Justenglish videolarını düzenlediği Justenglish İngilizce
Hello guys, let's continue to our lesson. We are in the third exercise. As you can see on the screen, we are changing these sentences into passive voice. So, alright, somebody cuts the grass. Somebody cuts the grass. So we are changing this sentence into passive, and how we are doing it? The grass is cut. Hello Sertaç. Evet, güzel denk gelmiş. Evet. Tam bu konuyu çalışıyormuş Sertaç da. Üzerine denk gelmiş. Harika. The grass is cut. Peki nasıl yapıyoruz? Nasıl yapıyoruz bunları? Şimdi tense'e bakıyoruz, zaman. İkincisi cümledeki nesneye bakıyoruz. İşte nerede bu? Mesela ikinci soru e-mail. Birisi gönderiyor e-mail. Neyi gönderiyor? İşte o gönderdiği şey pasif cümlenin öznesi oluyor. E-mail ile başlıyoruz. E-mailler gönderiliyor diyor o da. Birisi işte yeşilliği kesiyormuş. Yeşillik kesilir. Bu şekilde çeviriyoruz. Hello Zahide. So the first example, first ile fourth arasında kaldık. Many people prefer chocolate. Many people prefer chocolate. So the here chocolate is preferred. Actually, I gave the answer now, but anyway, the chocolate is the subject of passive voice. So chocolate is preferred by many people. That would be okay if I didn't even add by many people. Okay, the chocolate is preferred. Here again is present simple, and preferred is verb 3, meaning past participle. So chocolate is preferred, verb 3. All right, let's move on. Mixed exercises. The police knows him. The police knows him. So him would be the passive subject. The police knows him. That would be he is known by the police. He is known by the police. If we want to add that the subject of an active voice, active sentence into the passive, we need to use here like this, by the police. He is known by the police. Polis tarafından bilinir. He is known, biliniyor, bilinir. He helped me in English. He helped me in English. Not he helped me, right? That's wrong. He helped me in English. So, again, in this example, that's me, okay? So I write it as I, and I need to check the tense here. What is the tense of this sentence? That's past simple. That is correct. So I was helped in English by him. So that is past simple. Again, Atlas bought a camera. So there's a person, Atlas. Atlas bought, paid the money and get the camera. Atlas bought a camera. Okay. So here in this sentence, we have Atlas who is doing the action, and we have camera. The action is done to it. So the camera, past simple, was bought by Atlas. Yes. And the last example, I didn't invite him to party. I didn't invite him to the party. I didn't invite him to the party. So, Gurkan, we've just started, don't worry. Now again, the negative form of past simple. So, how we are doing it, we need to use was or were and past participle form of the verb. So how we are doing it, I didn't invite him to the party. So here in this sentence, what is the subject of passive? So here we have him. So I'm going to start my sentence by using this word as a subject. Him is he, right? It's for men. So he wasn't invited to the party. So that's negative. So I'm going to use negative form of passive. He wasn't invited to the party. All right, you're good. You're doing good, guys. Okay. So let's check them together. He is known by the police. I was helped in English by him. A camera was bought by Atlas. He wasn't invited to the party. All right, let's move on. So here in the fifth example, this one is correct. We use by, okay? That is correct. But here in this example, we could also use to, like he is known to the police, like this. That is also correct, okay? He is known to the police. That version is also correct. So again, here we have present simple and past simple. But you can see these sentences are already passive, okay? These sentences, these two, are passive voice sentences. So what I need you to do is to turn them into active voice. My horse is ridden by my father every day. So it's, and the fence was painted by him. Fence, if you don't know, fence is something you cover your garden with. It's mostly metal, and you're protecting your garden, right? So that's what fence is. There's an actually a movie about it, Fence. Okay. Now let's write active voice of these two sentences. These are passive. I need you to write active voice of these versions. Here, take a look. Sentences start with my horse is ridden. Ridden is actually this is the ridden is the third form of ride, like this. Ridden. So it's if I could draw, okay, ride, okay. My horse is ridden by my father every day. Oops, what's going on? All right. Now the question is, who does it? The question that we ask to this sentence, to both of these sentences, is who does it? There's a horse and someone is riding it. And who is riding the horse? Who rides the horse? My father, right? Okay. So my father. So we found the subject. And when does he do that? I mean, what is the tense for this sentence? So basically, it's to be, but we use it here is. So it gives us the idea that sentence is present simple. So my father, present simple, ridden. So I need to change this into present simple. My father rides my horse every day. Yes, correct. Geylani, Sertaç, Recep, Elif. All of them are correct. My father rides my horse every day. And the second sentence is, as you can see here, it is past simple. So we ask the same question. Who does it? The fence was painted by him yesterday. By him. So this is the actor, right? This is the subject. This is the person who did it. So my subject is he. And the tense is here was, so basically it's past simple. So we can say the active sentence is he painted the fence yesterday. That is correct, sir. Yes. He painted the fence yesterday. So here I'm going to show you how it is done. Let me oops, sorry. I need to find another application for this. Okay, that's clear that I need to use another application. So this is him. By him, it comes right here. He painted the fence yesterday. Why painted? Why? It's not because of this. It's because of this. It's past simple. All right. Here again, by my father. Okay, my father is the subject, so it comes here in the beginning. And the tense of the verb, how do we find it? How do we define it? By checking to be, is. So it is present simple. Okay, we don't go for the verb to see how it is, because in passive voice sentences it's always verb 3, past participle. So we don't go for the verb. Okay, we need to check to be. So that's how we define, detect the tense of the sentence. All right, that's good. Now, guys, actually, the lesson is finished here. It's because, as you remember, the lesson is pre-intermediate level. But to me, it's not done yet. So I'm going to continue with models. So I'm going to show you just a few examples of how we do it with models. Okay, models. We're going to use models in passive voice sentences. Okay. So what are the models? Do you remember models? They are basically will, must, have to, that's semi-modal but still, should, going to, can and can't, right? These are modals. So let's see how we use them with modals. Okay, let's see. How do we do it? It's basically the same rules apply to the passive, to the modals, except we use be. I mean the actual be. It's not to be, it's be, okay? Remember, when I say to be, it means actually am, is, are, was, were, been, etc. But here I say be as it is. We use it as it is. So we are going to use be, okay? The exactly it is, like must be, can be, should be, etc. So I'm going to show you the examples now. For example, will. These are modals. All right. Must. Will, won't, must, mustn't, can't, whichever you like. For example, they will clean the office tomorrow. This is an active voice. This is active sentence. They, we know who does it, right? So they will clean the office tomorrow. So when I look at this sentence, what I see is basically an active sentence, and the verb is clean, okay? And the tense, the modal we use is will, so it's future tense. So this is how we do it. The office will be clean tomorrow. They will clean the office tomorrow. So the office. So this is the object, okay? So I'm taking this and making it a subject for my passive sentence. The second sentence is passive. So the office will be cleaned tomorrow. You see, same rules apply. Same. What are the rules? I'm going to use past participle. Okay, that would be verb 3 form. Okay, and then I need to add here, as I show you here, be. We don't change it. We use it as be. And then, of course, the modal itself. We don't forget to use modal. Okay, so it's basically modal, be, and of course it's verb 3, past participle. It's always past participle, okay? This is not verb 2, this is verb 3. And same goes for must, same goes for all of them actually. They must clean the office, okay? So here we have must, it's not will anymore, and we need to change it. How do we change it? Again, we have must, so we keep it, right? But before all that, I need to find the subject of my sentence. They must clean the office. So the subject of my passive voice is the office, because it must be cleaned. So the office must be cleaned. The office must be cleaned. Again, this is how we do it with modals. All right. Can and can't. He cannot repair my watch. He can't repair my watch. You know, watch that we wear on our wrist. So he cannot repair my watch. Again, the first thing we need to find is the subject of the passive voice sentence. So he cannot repair my watch. This is who, and this is the modal. This is the verb of the sentence. Remember, we are going to use verb form 3, and this is the subject of my new sentence, my watch. So I need to start, I have to start with my watch. My watch can't I need this one. B. My watch can't be repaired. Again, as you can see, repaired is past participle. My watch can't be repaired. All right. More models, as you can see here, more examples with can, should, would, might, and must. Let's check the examples and then we can finish the class. We can finish the lesson. These are the verbs that I need you to use, okay, that we are going to use here now. See, do, sell, finish, and pay. Okay, how can we use them? Let's check the examples. I'm just going to give you some hint of these models, and if you're watching this video later on, you can pause the video and then try to do your own, answers, and then continue, play the video afterwards. That painting, okay, that painting can be seen in the lower. This is a place, okay, that could be in, for example, in Izmir. Okay, this is a name of the place. That painting can be seen in the lower. Bu boyama lower'de görülebilir. Should kullandık. Should neydi? Tavsiyeydi değil mi? Şunu yapsan iyi olur ya da yapmasan daha iyi gibi. Should, do. Let's see our example. The work. Okay, so there is a work. Remember, this is not a verb. This is a noun. The work, yani çalışmak değil, iş anlamında. Ya yapılacak bir iş var deriz ya. İşte oradaki iş anlamında. Meslek değil. The work, should kullanacağız ve tabii ki fiilim do. Siz hemen ne yapıyorsunuz? Fiilin 3. halini düşünüyorsunuz. Ve tabii ki de be kullanacağım, model'ın kendini kullanacağım. The work should be done on time. The work should be done in time. İş vaktinde yapılmalı diyor, değil mi? Ve diğer örneğimiz would sell. When you pronounce this word, the L is silent. We don't pronounce it, okay? It's not would, and this is not should, okay? This is should, 3 letters. Should, and this is would. Would and sell. The example is about selling something. So, the tickets, okay? The tickets would be sold. The tickets would be sold there if possible. Eğer mümkünse biletler orada satılır diyor, değil mi? Yine bakın, would be sold. Modullarla kullanışımız bu şekilde. This is how we use it with modals. And last two, finish and pay. Of course, you can use different, with different verbs. You can create your own examples. Here we have modals, and here we have verbs. But you can use different verbs to create your own sentences. Okay, let's see. Might finish. It might be finished by next week. It might be finished by next week. Must pay. Employees must be paid on Friday. Employees must be paid on Friday. So this is again verb 3. And we don't forget to add be in between modal and the verb itself. All right. Yeah, these are just examples, so you can create your own examples. You know, I can show you the previous page like this. Again, will, must, so you can use all these. So you can, you know, improve yourself. Do you have any questions, guys? If you have any questions, I'd like to answer. No problem. No problemo. Problem nieto. So don't forget to create your own exercises. And you know, I always advise you to use a diary, keep a diary, and it is really helpful for you to learn new vocabulary and, you know, keep up to date, so you can improve yourself by using new words, and that would be easier, a lot easier for you to memorize these words, because that's actually what you have done during the day. It was very informative. Thank you, Gailani. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Son kısmı yapmaya başladım artık. Videolarımızı beğenmeyi, kanalımıza abone olmayı unutmayın arkadaşlar. Kendi kanalım olsa bu kadar sevmezdim. Yani evet, derslerimizi de baştan sona kadar defalarca izleyin. Katılın arkadaşlar. Canlı derslere de katılın. Sonrasında izliyorsanız durdurup tekrar başarılı izleyebilirsiniz takıldığınız yerde. Machinist Man der ki, what is the difference might be and must be? The problem is that I can't learn verb 3 forms. Okay? It takes time. It takes time. So, Furkan, you know how to type this? No, I don't have any questions, but but the problem is that I can't learn verbs. So when you're making this sentence, learning new vocabulary is not any more difficult, any harder than that, making that sentence. Passive voice devamı gelecek mi? Gelsin mi? Diğer tenslerle ilgili de yaparız. Ama o işte şeyde geçmiyor. Pre-intermediate değil o. O pre-intermediate seviyesinde olursa olmaz, ama atıyorum intermediate seviyesinde işte present perfect, past perfect. Yarın ders var mı? Var. Yarın benim dersim var. Yine aynı saatte. I'll be here tomorrow. Same time. The subject is vocabulary. Tamam, yarın onları da konuşuruz. Difference between might be and must be. Well, might be refers a possibility in the future. Must be suggests an obligatory work. So must is a kind of compulsory, that it has to be done, like it's a duty, it's an obligation. Must be, it's an act, passive. Might is about future, that something might be happening in the future, like it's a possibility in the future. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please do like the video if you enjoyed it. Learning vocabulary is simple, but I cannot learn irregular verbs. I don't remember. Eylem, alright, I'll keep it in mind. Past perfect modals and relative clauses, please. Okay, I'll do it, I promise. Okay. We are in June. I think we're gonna do it in June. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but we're gonna do it. Alright, promise. Alright, see you later, guys. Take care of yourself. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the class. I'll see you tomorrow with a different subject. Take care of yourself. See you. Bye bye.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone will lead by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren.